A winter blast pounds mid-Michigan, prompting snow emergencies and closing schools, businesses, and government offices across our state. It is our top story at 5, and we're starting tonight here in the Weather Center with Chief Meteorologist Davidyoung, and we are covering all angles of this storm, from the current conditions and the roads to where you can go to get warm. It's certainly been quite a day, hasn't it been, David?
Yeah, a blast of winter weather across the area, and we're not really done with this system just yet. Satellite radar shows the first round of snow now moving east, but there's a little bit more to the west that's going to move through tonight, which will top off these accumulations, maybe another inch or so in spots. So that's what we have to look forward to. You could see some of that snow developing near Chicago, so that's an association with the system we have out there. Future radar over the next 6 hours does bring more snow showers into the area, and that's only part of the story this afternoon. Take a look at the traffic conditions out there. Traffic tracker been very busy. We've got 96 westbound right now is closed due to an accident. We've seen several accidents in that same location. We've also got 69 southbound between exit 60 and exit 57, and that is closed as well. And then further south, you take a look right now at 94 westbound, also shut down because of an accident. And we're in general right now between 5 and around 8 inches of snow, with another inch or so coming as we head through the evening hours. So roads not doing too well. In fact, that is where we find our own meteorologist Jimgeyer out and about, keeping a track on the roads today. Jim, where are you? How are things looking?
127. I just passed I-69, heading northward now. We're going to go up towards St. John's and see what the amounts are up there, because we were expecting heavier snowfall totals up that way. You can see right now I'm on the right side of a two-lane road on the expressway here. We've got a pretty good lane in the right and a not-so-good one on the left. It's been pretty much this way for miles now. And even when it looks dry, there is a little bit of ice in this to the road that looks clear. So if you're heading out this evening, just keep in mind it is a little bit deceiving. It may not be dry pavement where you are. Watch out, there could be some sneaky slick spots there. So again, we're heading northward right now, seeing an MDOT truck ahead of me. They're coming on the southbound side. Keep an eye on things as far as what the pavement looks like around the station at this time. We're going to toss it over to Dianephillips, who has more on how snowy it is and how they're clearing that out.
We're live here in Lansing, and conditions so much better than what they were earlier. Right now, we're not seeing those snowflakes flying, and the winds, those have settled. And that's just because the center of the system, where we don't see a lot of those higher wind speeds, that is right over the mid-Michigan region. So I'm going to bend down here, and I want to show you this snow that we picked up. Now, the snow earlier, it was just blowing all around the area, but right now, we don't have the winds to see that blow. And it's still fairly thick to where I can't just blow this straight out of my hands. So visibilities are also improved simply because of the winds, and we're no longer seeing the snow being picked up and taken all across highways and local roads across the area. Wind speeds, however, we have to get through the backside of the storm, so those winds, those are going to be picking up again. Wind chills, those will again be another factor, and even visibilities, we could also see those start to diminish as we head into the overnight hours. Then Tuesday morning comes around. Drifting, that's going to be our next concern. If you're on rural roads, we could be seeing the potential for seeing some school closings. So, of course, stay tuned to 6 News, and I'm meteorologist Dianephillips with 6 News.
Yeah, Diane made an important point, the backside of that system. We've got a little more snow to get through tonight. We'll look at that in the complete forecast in this latest winter blast coming up in just a few minutes. Lauren?
Sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Trusted for generations.
Boy, I got to tell you that snowfall measurements have been hard to come by today because of the wind blowing the snow around. I saw a report near Mason of around 5 inches earlier this afternoon. Most recently, to our west near Hastings, 8 inches was the measurement. So we'll kind of watch those trickle in through the evening hours. But that's why we haven't talked about those a lot. Here's how it was as I was coming in today. This is a time lapse of my drive in today, and you can see as I started out, the roadways were snow covered, so it was quite treacherous out there on the secondary roads. As we were moving along though and getting on Saginaw, that's when I started to notice some improvement. You could see MDOT, they've been out there clearing the highways. Now we've got one lane showing up, so it was improved even more so. But then as I was getting closer to 496, we still had that one lane, and it was snow covered at times, so you're driving along and things are okay. okay. And then all of a sudden you hit some slick spots. And even where you had that little clear lane showing up, there were still some icy conditions under that because I saw quite a few tapping their brakes and sliding just a little bit. So don't think because you see some dry or semi-dry looking pavement that it is not still icy out there. It certainly is. There's the live view right now as you check out our St. John's Tower Cam. Temperature 16 degrees, wind chill of 5, snow-covered roads. In fact, there went someone doing a little plowing out there. Grand Ledge Tower Cam, we still got light snow coming down, and I've even seen a few reports of some patchy freezing drizzle mixing in as the precipitation has got very, very light this afternoon. That's worst case, so let's hope that that is more of an isolated thing than widespread. 20 degrees on the Grand Ledge Tower Cam, looking down at 127 from our WLS Tower Cam. Temperature 22, wind chill in the mid-teens. Here's the view from the Jackson Cam. Again, snow-covered roadways, temperature at 27 degrees. And on the Hillsdale Tower Cam, a lot of snow on the roads as well, so everyone just use caution if you have to be out there tonight. Temperature at 33 degrees. So you see there is some warmer air to the south. In fact, when you look at the temperatures, very interesting. Ionia, 14 degrees, St. John's in the teens, but mid-30s along the state line. That storm system is tracking right across mid-Michigan. To the north of it, cold air, slightly warmer to the south, but we're all going back in the deep freeze. The widespread snow is moving east, but there's still some more snow to our west in association with our system, so we're not really done with accumulations just yet. As we broaden the view, you can see throughout the course of the day how this system evolved and moved all this heavy snow through mid-Michigan. And you look at the fly tracker, over 1,500 cancellations, and look at the airports being affected. O'Hare, Midway, and look at that. Grand Rapids on there as well. So all these local airports being impacted with delays and cancellations because of all the snow. Precision Cast takes the low pressure to the north and east, but there'll still be some snow showers around tomorrow. And as we move through the afternoon, some of those snow shower bands could start to be a little intense by tomorrow, 5 o'clock or so. Late tomorrow night, something's happening. I don't talk about these little black squiggly lines very much, but those are called isobars. And when those get close together, the wind in response begins to crank up, and that will be critically important as we head into Wednesday. Precision Cast, we're looking at wind chill and potential frostbite time. Frostbite, not so much of a concern, even though it's going to be very cold tomorrow morning, but notice by 6 o'clock, wind chills dropping 10 to 20 degrees below zero. By Wednesday morning, 30 degrees below zero or greater, and we're going to see wind chill time or frostbite times on average around 15 minutes. So now we're in the danger category on Wednesday. By Thursday, not much improvement, but at least a little bit. But as we move into Friday, that's when we start to see some real improvement. Wind chills get back above the freezing mark, and believe it or not, we've got some rain in the forecast for the weekend. Tonight, snow showers, windy, additional accumulations possible. Low temperature 9 degrees. I think an inch or two is still possible tonight through tomorrow morning. Temperatures single digits in the morning hours. We climb into the low teens by 4 o'clock. Here's a check of the 6-day forecast. -2, -2. That's the high on Wednesday. Wind chills 30 to 40 degrees below zero. Dangerously cold outside. Make sure the pets are inside and you take care of all the the elderly as well as anybody who's susceptible to cold-related stresses. 5 degrees a high on Thursday, 14 on Friday as we head into the weekend. Saturday and Sunday for the Super Bowl, 41 degrees and rain showers. And then we're back to the cold stuff with highs in the 30s and some snow showers as we head into next week. So there is warmer weather and a lot of cold weather to get through first.